because I was struggling for probably the past day, looking online, doing some research, trying to get the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Elgato Chat Link and the Elgato HD60 Pro all to read off each other through the OBS system and get the proper mic volume and all sorts of stuff. So I know for me, I was struggling with the whole audio aspect of this, as I know some people might or might not be. So this is how I did it, and hopefully this will help some folks. So real quick, I'm going to go through. At this point, I'm assuming that you've already hooked up and installed your HD60 Pro into your PC. You've done the HDMI from your PlayStation into the actual capture card, and then from the capture card up into your monitor. And then from there, you're of course going to, if you have the chat link, you're going to take the chat link, party chat link. You're going to plug that into your PlayStation controller and or Xbox controller. Then you're going to have two lines running down from that. The short line is going to get plugged into your headset, where you're going to hear all your game audio as well as your party chat audio. That's also going to be where you're going to be speaking to your PlayStation or Xbox party chat members through that microphone. Then you're going to run the long end of the chat link to your line in on your motherboard of your PC. At least for me, it was my line in on my motherboard, not my internal sound card, since I'm running another sound card as well. The microphone line in on my sound card runs my commentary mic, which is what I'm talking to you now. So yes, to confirm, you need to run two microphones, one for your PlayStation and or Xbox microphone party chat, as well as your commentary one. So that could be a USB mic. You can have a 3.5mm jack line. It doesn't matter. Whatever mic you use, it could be your HD camera, webcam, microphone, anything you could use for that. So anyway, as you can see, my commentary mic is moving. My Black Ops 4 PlayStation audio game sound is bouncing in the back. So find out whatever scene or theme you're going to use for your setup. Live scene, of course, I'll show you the video capture in a minute, but this is going to at least show you the screen so you can kind of see what I did and went through to kind of get things set up. So to get back to, we're going to go to the editor. So you should still see all this craziness. So disregard display capture, that's just so you guys can see what I'm doing. Commentary mic, that is your mic from your PC to speak to your streamers. So you double click that. Well, first you want to go to the add button here, so add new source. And then you're going to want to go to its audio input capture. So when you do audio input capture, this will come up here. Double click it, and then you're going to go to the device, and here is going to be whatever your computer, however it's set up as far as your commentary mic's going to be. So for me, mine is just simple. I said PC mic, so keep it simple. Press done. You're not going to worry about timestamps. I right click on it. I renamed it, so that's why it says commentary mic. You also want to go to filters. This you can mess with, but what you want to do with these filters is you got noise suppression and noise gate. These are the two that I kind of mess with, and they kind of keep a lot of your background noise at bay. You can adjust and mess with this as you go along and as you get more into it. But if you need to add filters to anything, you need to go here to the plus sign, hit that, and then you want to see what says filter type, and then this is where you're going to see noise suppression, gain, noise gate, compressor, and BST 2.x plugin. Set it all up, like I said, adjust it, listen to your stream, kind of see what works and what doesn't based on whatever ambient music or sound you got going on in the background. Noise gate, this just kind of is when your mic will open and close. Again, it just helps, disable your mic temporarily when there's no, when you're not talking to it. So again, it doesn't pick up on the background noise from you know, if someone was vacuuming or talking in the background, it just picks up your noise when you're right in front of the mic. I didn't mess with any of the attack time, hold time, or release time. I just kind of let this be at its default, but you can mess with this based on your microphone and your own personal settings. Next thing you want to do is set up your chat link, PlayStation 4, Xbox, game audio all in one. This is what is going to let your viewers, streamers, hear what's going on in the game as well as what's going on in your party chat. So what that's going to entail is, again, add source. You're going to go ahead, do audio input capture. Then you're going to go here, double click on that audio input capture. You're going to go to device. And this again is the chat link plugged into, for my case, the motherboard line in. So I labeled it chat link. So again, I know in the future what it's set at. Once you do that, you press done. I went again, renamed it. So now I know again that it's, you know, what exactly is this audio input capture. As far as the Elgato video capture, it's self-explanatory. There's plenty of things online that talk about how to get it all set up. But for this instant, again, you'll go to add new source. You'll go to video capture device. You'll click done. Once you do that, you double click on it, and then you should go to device. And if you have the HD60 Pro, you want to click on the HD60 Pro #1. I've heard things where people who use the Elgato Game Capture HD have issues with OBS crashing. I have a friend who has the same capture card as myself and ran the Game Capture HD with no issues, he said. But again, a lot of people, what I'm seeing online, are saying go with the HD60 Pro. It just helps with stability issues. So I didn't mess with the configuration of the video resolution type. I set at default. If you're running a higher upload speed, if you have a higher upload speed, by all means go ahead and run a higher frames per second resolution, all that kind of stuff. Again, everything is kind of default, kept the same, no issues. Audio output mode, capture audio only is what I have it set to. If you do desktop, that's obviously going to be going, everything's going to be going through your desktop, so don't mess with it. I didn't mess with the US use custom audio devices. Just press OK. Again, right click it, rename it so you know what it is that you're messing with in the future. Alert boxes, that's just standard stuff. So when you start talking about when people start following you, donating to you, subscribing, whatever the case is, a little alert will pop up, and you can go ahead and, you know, set your alerts, you know, whatever they, you know, you want it to be, say, do, sound like. You can do that under your settings, which I can make a video for that if anyone cares. This little game folder here, that basically is just, you know, everything that's preset for this whole theme for my thing. So for me, it's just, I don't use Chatbox because, you know, I don't get enough people right now chatting in my streams, but for me also, I don't want that to kind of crowd the viewer's screen. I just, you know, if they want to listen to what's going on, they can, or read what's going on, they can just see the chat. So that's hidden, a webcam frame, all that kind of stuff. Location of, you know, alerts, which is over here. My header's over here, whatever the case is. So I'm gonna close out the display and I'm gonna flip over to the Elgato video so you can kind of see what I'm talking about for the PS4 capture, and then you can see the layout as well. So you'll see my face, what up, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn on the Elgato video. So as you can see, this is my layout. You should be able to still hear the music, like I said. We're gonna press play on a quick match here just so you can hear the audio. The spot that I located for the webcam is ideal for me because it at least gives people the...
Let's go.
They can still see the mini map at top. They can also see, depending on the game that you're playing, you know, what's the score. And then of course you have your header at the top, which just, you know, kind of gives way to, you know, who's subscribed, followed, donated, you know, what's the top donation, etc. So Again, all these can be interchanged. You can adjust the size, whatever the case is, as you mess with it. But this should give you a basic idea on how to set up your Elgato HD60 Pro
Free for all.
in your PC and get it to capture
Mission area is hot.
and the multiple mics. So as you can see, you can hear everything. Also too, what you're going to want to do when you run this setup with your double mics is that you're going to want to mute your desktop PC audio, just because you don't want to get that feedback loop, or it's just constant, you're talking or whatever is going on in the background of your PC. So people out there that are a little bit more advanced, they know they can work things around, they can do things differently, and they can run their music, whatever the case is. So hopefully this helps some of you. I know it took me about a whole
Assault pack's ready.
day, give or take, of trying to figure out why it wasn't working and what, because it's always that one little thing that screws everything up. So hopefully this helps some of you. If not, great. If it does, all fantastic. And then good luck streaming out there and gaming, guys. And I'll talk to you later. Ciao.